Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. So, two background bits. A while ago we featured a couple of first-time puzzles, not just the first time that they had sent us a puzzle or featured on the channel, but the first time they had ever made a puzzle. And today we're going to do the same again. Now, the other bit of background is that last year on September the 29th, we featured a puzzle by Heliopolis for his birthday. And this year, he's written to us, he doesn't want us to do one of his puzzles for his birthday. He sent us the first puzzle ever created by his mum, which is fantastic. And what Heliopolis wants for his birthday is his mother to be commemorated. And he says that he wouldn't have his love for puzzles without her. She's only recently got directly involved in the Sudoku community. But she brought us up in the Arizona desert, in the arid southwest, and the puzzle pays tribute to the beauty that even exists in that sparse place, which is a lovely idea. And the puzzle is called ocotillo blossoms. Ocotillo is not a plant I see around, so I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. There is every chance of that. I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. You can kind of see that. Well, I mean, I don't know the ocotillo, but I get an impression of it from this puzzle, and I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Don't forget that on Patreon, on the 1st of October, we'll be having a new monthly reward by, it's a Halloween-themed set of puzzles by the Paint by Numbers Institute. Looking forward to bringing you that. What else have we got? I mean, there's loads of content on Patreon that's well worth your time, and there's all of our apps as well. Do check those out on the links under the video, including CTC's Approachable Sudoku. Now, what else is there? There's all of our merchandise and Sven's Sudoku pad as well, so check it all out. But happy birthday to Heliopolis, and welcome to Cheerful Jan B, Heliopolis' mum. And I'm going to do the rules now. So normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. German whispers. So the green lines, adjacent digits have a difference of at least 5. On the orange lines, Dutch whispers, the adjacent digits have a difference of at least 4. Black dots separate digits with a 1 to 2 ratio. White dots separate digits with a difference of 1 consecutive digits. X's separate digits that add up to 10. V's separate digits that add up to 5. And the red lines, which are the ocotillo blossoms, and the yellow sun play a purely cosmetic role in the puzzle. They don't actually mean anything. Except that ocotillos are very pretty. Okay, let's give it a go and try it on the link under the puzzle. Let's hope it's approachable, but you can tell from the video length perhaps. Let's get cracking. So we've got a 1 on an X, and I can fill in 9. Now, that leads me to the first clue in the video, which is that the 3 things I know about green lines are that you can't put 5 on them, that they alternate between high and low, higher than 5 and lower than 5, therefore, and that 4 and 6 can't be placed where their 2 neighbours could see each other. So this can't be a 4, because both of those would have to be 9s. Now, I can colour for the alternation. Ooh, it's messing up the grid a bit, but maybe we'll get rid of it as soon as we can. Green lines give us orange for high and blue for low. Oh, and look, we can do this one because we've got to have 2 lows on a V. That has to be either a 1, 2 or a 3, 4 pair. So that's giving us the alternation on the other green line as well. Now, this digit, we just said it can't be a 4 because of its neighbours would see each other. It's the monogamous digit rule. So that is 2 or a 3, and that is going to tell us that this V is not made up of the possible 2, 3 pair, but the 1, 4 pair instead. That can't be a 4 because of monogamy. Those would both have to be 9s. So that's a 1. This is touching a 4, 3 or 5. This is high and can't be 9. Can't be 6 because that's not a 1. So this is 7 or 8. I'm perfectly prepared to just sort of trace these along lines. Now, on the X's, we have to have 1 high and 1 low. These two oranges can't be joined by a 5 here because 1 would be high and 1 would be low if they were joined by a 5. So this digit must also be orange. And that's the 4 oranges done in this row. Some of which, I was going to say, there are, where can 6 go in the row? And it's only in those places. Let's just try and do these, mark up these German whisper lines. Oh, sorry, I'm really struggling to articulate what I'm trying to say today. That's 1, 2 or 3, that's 7, 8 or 9, that's 1, 2 or 3. This could be a 6, I suppose. That one by the X is 7, 8 or 9. Now, I'm going to mark up this one as well, and I think I might find something here. Let's see if that turns out to be true. I'm struggling to limit most of these, but this one is high and can't, oh, it can't be 7 because we're given a 7. Yes, we are going to find something there. This is 1 or 2 on the X. Now, how are we going to connect these babies together? They have to be a 7, 8, 9 triple. If that was 8 or 9, that would be an 8, 9 pair, and there is no connecting digit to go in the middle of them. So we can actually complete those, and I think that might disambiguate quite a few things. So now there's only one place for 6 in row 3. Now, maybe it doesn't. That's not a 9. That's a 1 on the dot. Right, now we've got a 2, 3 pair. This is doing quite well. That's a 4. 4 always has to be surrounded by 2 9s. This I still don't quite know about. This 2 has become impossible since we removed 8 from the X. That's not a 7. This mustn't be 3 on the German whisper connection, and that mustn't be 3 as well. So now this has to be 8. Just looking at this whole row, 1, 3 or 5 here. Well, that's got to be a 5. We're finished. Sorry, box 2 was easy to finish off. I just hadn't noticed. That's a 1. The X says 9. That's a 7. And there we go. I think I am going to remove all of my colouring now because all we've got left to do is connect those dots together. Well, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll get rid of the other colouring. I might still need to be reminded about the green connection between those. But now we've got a lot of the puzzle done, or a lot of the top slice. We haven't really approached the ocotillo plants at all. So let's have a think about them. It is about time. Oh, we've got a 3 actually given. That's now a 4 by white dot, and it can't be a 2. 4 can only connect to 8 or 9, and 8 is not allowed. This is different rules for the orange lines because the difference is only 4. So there is no digit that can be fully excluded. And that high-low relationship is broken up because 5 can appear, separating a 1 and a 9, changing the alternation. So we have to be more careful. This digit is obviously low, but also there's these black dots. Right. On a sequence of 3 black dots, and maybe this is where I would normally have started the puzzle, this one has to be 2 or 4, because this is either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. This digit can't be 2 or 4, so that's 1 or 8, and this is the other one of 2 or 4, and both work with the 9. This has to be high, and it's not 9. It's at least 6 based on that being potentially 2. This is low. lowish. It can't be a 5 for multiple reasons. 2, 3, or 4 is definitely right there. Now, this line, 3 can connect to 7, 8, or 9, but 9's gone. This is definitely low. I'm not running into 5 as a possibility much, which is good. This can't be a 2 or a 4. So this is, oh, it also can't be a 3. I think this has to be a 1. And that fixes this black dot sequence. That does not sort out that digit. 8 here. This has to be low, and it has to be 2, because all the other low digits are in the box. This is low, and it's not 2, 3, or 4. That is a 1. Oh, I love this. It's coming together. That 1 is now looking at that blue digit. We've got 4, 5, 6 to place here. Now, the red lines don't mean anything, but in this case, I know that 4 is on the red line. Okay, it still doesn't mean anything. I also know that 5 is on the white dot because it needs an odd digit. So that's 4 or 6. Now, okay, I sort of stopped when I saw 1s because they can connect to anything vaguely high. But here, look, this sees 5, 6, 7, and 9. So that's got to be an 8. This one sees 7 and 8 only. So that could be any of 5, 6, or 9. This needs to be low. That's a 3. This needs to be high, which I think makes it 7 or 8. No, it can't be 7. That's 8. That's 7. On the whisper, that makes this 2. And the German whispers have done their job very thoroughly. 8 is ruled out of that cell. I think that rules 4 out of this one. This is now 2 or 3. On the black dot, this has to be 1, 4, or 6, and it can't be 1. So it's 4 or 6. Now, I was going to think about this white sequence in light of these possibilities. This can't go up from 6. 6, 7, 8 would break that cell. 7, 8, 9 could go up. Coming down, we'd be either 7, 6, 5. Actually, that's okay here. Or 6, 5, 4, which would break that cell. So it's either 7, 6, 5 or 7, 8, 9. This is always a 7. That's nice. That's a very interesting 2 out of the 4 possibilities give us that. So this is either 6 or 8. That is either 5 or 9. We've now got a 6, 8 pair in the box, and that becomes 4, which puts 2 here. Now this row, I suspect we can do it. That's 3 or 5. That's 5 or 6. This is 5 or 6, so that's where 3 is. I should really have looked at this. Oh, and that's going to be difficult. 2 is connecting to a high number, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But how do those connect together? Only one way. That's a 5 and that's a 9. The 5 is going to sort out a few things for us. 4 there, 3, 6. This has to be a 5 again, I think. Yes. There's no other number that will go in. And this is now 1 or 9, and it can't be 9. So that's 1 on the X. That's a naked 8. That's a 7. This is a naked 2, and I can finish box 3. Now I can use the X perhaps and finish box 9. And I think we're on the homeward trail, which is probably an appropriate place to be in the Arizona desert. The Santa Fe Trail, perhaps. That's New Mexico, sorry. Apologies to those who live in the American Southwest for not knowing their geography perfectly. Right, how are we doing now? 5 and 4 there. On the sun, we can at last approach the sun, not literally. And that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Light. That's a naked 5. This is 6. 5 can connect to 1. Oh, the 5s did suddenly appear in full bloom on the ocotillos. And the puzzle has not been, it's been very approachable, but very fun. And that is absolutely the point of solving Sudoku, is to have fun. And cheerful Gen B and Heliopolis have enabled us to do exactly that. Excellent. I did enjoy that. And happy birthday, Heliopolis. And congratulations to your mum. Thank you for watching. We will be back with more Sudoku tomorrow. And we'll hope to see you then. Bye for now.